This is the Heel the Face podcast. We are coming up on the Survivor Series this upcoming Sunday.
Quite a good tune, by the way.
Quite a different card than we were expecting.
Yes. Where do you want to start? There's all. You want to start? You want to start with the cruiserweight?
Yeah. Let's start with Alexa Bliss's husband.
They're not married.
Our boyfriend.
Fiance? No, I think they're just boyfriend and girlfriend, honestly.
Boyfriend and girlfriend?
I think.
Champion Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali, the Cruiserweight Championship. I think this has been denoted that it's going to be on the pre-show, if I'm not mistaken.
It should be. It should be, because I haven't watched Cruiserweight action in a long time. I've kind of this...
Well, probably because it's on a separate show, and when it's on the pay-per-views, it's on the pre-show.
Yeah, I don't watch it. I haven't had the interest. Now, if I'm choosing a match based on what I've read...
The only championship on the line... Oh, well, no, there's two championships. Oh, no, the only championship on the line on the whole card is the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, it's not like the title's changing. Buddy's going to win.
Why?
They're
not in Australia this time around.
Yes, but Buddy is... They repackaged him for a reason. They're going to make him the face of 205 Live for a while. He dropped weight. He got wicked. His shape. His shape's even better than what it was when he was part of the what was it, Blake and Murphy?
Yeah.
And that was with Alexa Bliss, of course. But he's cut his weight. His physique. He looks fantastic. I haven't watched a ton of his matches, but I've seen enough of his matches where, Ali is very entertaining. He has like that. I think they call it the 054. Is his inverted 450, I think it's his finishing move.
I'm not sure what it's called, but yes, I know you're talking about.
I think they call it 054 because they inverted 450.
Yeah, and you watch all the cruiserweights, so you know.
I'm not the expert on the
I'm familiar, but yes, I don't know the name because I don't watch it that much either.
It'll be good. I think it'll be a good match, but it'll be a kickoff match, and there's no doubt. And Buddy Murphy is going to
and if I'm
prevail.
not mistaken, I heard that the tag team Survivor Series, not the elimination match, but maybe the bar versus AOP. I heard that might be on the kickoff show.
I'm fine with that. I think that's kickoff worthy. There hasn't been any like real build for it.
There's really been a build for most of these matches.
Yeah,
they're just
it's
put together by champion.
They just kind of threw it together. To me, I'll watch it because I love Survivor Series, but I'm not like, oh, that is the reason why I'm watching Survivor Series. So put it on the pre-show. If I have to choose, I go AOP. I think AOP
over the bar.
You're going to the bar? You're gonna go with the bar. I don't see it happen, man. I think AOP they're moving, man. The momentum's in their favor right now. So I have to go with the momentum, and AOP is gonna prevail. I think it should be an okay match, but AOP should win that match.
Are you interested in this tag team Survivor Series elimination match with all the tag teams? The Usos, New Day, Good Brothers, Sanity, and the Colognes versus Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, the Ascension, Lucha House Party, B-Team, and the Revival. It's a lot of people.
That, honestly, now that I look at it, that should be the pre-show.
10 on 10.
That should be pre-show.
That reminds me of Survivor Series. You remember the original Survivor Series where it was 5 matches. Mm-hmm. I think the first 3 pay-per-view, the first 3 years of Survivor Series, the event was 5 matches, and it was all Survivor Series matches, nothing else. And you had a tag team Survivor Series match, and it'd be like this 10 on 10.
Yeah, this is going to take a long time.
I'm assuming that once one member of a team is eliminated.
Yeah, but it's still going to take a long time. It's still 5.
Yeah.
The quickest you can get somebody out is 5 pinfalls or submissions.
Yeah.
Or DQs, but
who do you see taking this, Raw or SmackDown?
I'm going to have to go on the Raw train, man. I'm going to go Raw with Roode, Gable, Ascension, Lucha Party.
You're not taking your guys SmackDown and Sanity?
I would love to take them, but
I'll take SmackDown then. If you're going to take Raw, I'm going to take SmackDown.
I'm not feeling this match. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. That should be the pre-show. I take that back. AOP and the bar should be on the main show.
But seems like it's going to be a long matchup for the pre-show, I guess.
Yeah, but they do that all the time.
The pre-show is 2 hours long.
Yeah, they got to fill somewhere.
So, Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura, kind of a dream match in some people's eyes.
Yeah,
IC title versus US title.
Great match. I guess there's a theme here.
You see Dean Ambrose getting involved?
Yeah, I do. And because of that, if Dean Ambrose was not a factor, I would go with Seth Rollins.
I'm going to go Seth Rollins regardless.
I'm going Nakamura. I'm going to go Nakamura. I think Seth is in control of the match towards the end, and I think Dean screws him again because the Dean's been doing what Dean's been doing recently. I could see him screwing over Seth Rollins and helping Shin.
I could see him doing that, but I feel that he might try to get involved, but it's not gonna matter. I guess the best way to put it.
I think he's getting involved. I think one way or the other is getting involved. I think Shin's winning.
I think Seth will still pick up the win, even if Dean tries to get involved some way. Moving on to the Women's Survivor Series match, Raw vs. SmackDown. The Raw team, Natalya, Mickie James, Nia Jax, Tamina Snuka, and Ruby Riott, which is strange because Ruby Riott and Natalya are kind of feuding. We saw this past week.
Yeah, that's an odd pairing.
Versus, everyone else in SmackDown. Who do you see the to-be-named woman on SmackDown? Obviously, Charlotte Flair, the former quote-unquote captain, is now in the match against Ronda Rousey. So it's Naomi, Carmella, Asuka, Sonya Deville, and
Lana. Probably. Who else? Who else is there?
Trish.
It's going to be Lana.
I mean, but I guess the question is, the fact that they're leaving it kind of to be determined makes it kind of like they might have something up their sleeve.
Yeah, but how are they going to have pull off something that fast? Because
I know they pulled off Kurt Angle last year for the Shield.
I mean, Becky just got hurt. It wasn't like Flair was already pretty much a foregone conclusion until Monday.
Well, they have a week. They make some phone calls. I mean, Trish Stratus just wrestled a few weeks ago, so she's not completely out of shape.
Yeah, but if you look at the SmackDown lineup, yeah, I mean they could.
I'm going to take SmackDown to win this because I feel that Raw is full of a lot of heels.
Yeah, I you know what? Regardless, I still think Raw is the better team, and I think this whole Nia Jax Tamina thing is going to prevail. I think Raw is going to win.
So I'm taking SmackDown because I feel there's more faces on SmackDown. The big men's Survivor Series match: Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and Bobby Lashley versus the SmackDown team of The Miz, Shane McMahon for the second year in a row he's on the SmackDown team, Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio, and Jeff Hardy.
On paper,
it's Raw.
That's Raw. I mean, no doubt. I mean, it's not even close on Raw. But for some darn reason, I'm picking SmackDown. I just think something's going to happen, and Shane's going to get one over on Steph. That's my only logic on that.
Is AJ going to be completely removed from this card, do you think?
That is interesting.
I mean, because I didn't hear his title loss came at the hands of reason for injury or something like that. So I'm wondering what do they do with AJ?
Well, here's what I would do then. Maybe Shane gets attacked backstage. AJ fills the slot. And if that happens, then I switch over to Raw for the victory.
I'm going to take Raw regardless. I'm taking Raw. I think we agree. I'm going to take Raw.
Raw on paper is better. I don't know, man. SmackDown's going to have something up their sleeve.
Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. Remember, Charlotte Flair picked up the big win, ended Asuka's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. She's taking on Rousey, champion versus champion, in the fill-in, what was supposed to be Becky Lynch versus Rousey.
Yeah,
I was going to take Becky Lynch if it was Becky Lynch versus Rousey, but now I have to take Rousey.
Yeah, I'm not. I was already taking Rousey regardless.
I was going to take Becky Lynch, but unfortunately,
we're not going to see it.
We're not going to get to see it. Maybe WrestleMania 35 in New York City.
That'd be a good. I think, maybe they have extra time to hype.
And now the main event, I guess, would be is it going to be the main event?
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know. I could see maybe one of these the men's Survivor Series match maybe being the main event.
I think this is going to be the main event.
He's thinking it's going to be the main event. Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion, versus new SmackDown Champion, Daniel Bryan. I'm taking Brock Lesnar. I don't think it's...
I'm taking Daniel Bryan.
And maybe that's the reason why AJ Styles isn't in again this year, because they didn't want to see AJ Styles get beat 2 years in a row. Kind of weakens him up.
I'm thinking Daniel Bryan.
His appearance.
Daniel Bryan's new. If it was Daniel Bryan winning clean over AJ Styles, I would say Brock Lesnar without a doubt. but because Daniel Bryan has this new heel in him now, I think he's going to be scheming to win this match, and I think he's going to do something underhanded and win this match. It won't be a clean finish either way.
I could see that happening too. Either way, I could see why maybe they didn't want AJ. You know, it's so funny. They have these matches hyped up for Survivor Series, and 2 years in a row, at the last minute, they're like, that's not selling too well. Last year was supposed to be Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar. And then at the last minute, they pulled out the rug and made AJ Styles champion. Now this year is AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar rematch, and they're like, pulled the rug out once again, last minute. Change the champion.
I just think you can't.
WWE thinks a lot of Survivor Series. I know you like Survivor Series.
Love Survivor Series.
You can tell that WWE thinks a lot of it, because why else would they be changing the card at the last minute if they didn't really want to put out what they feel is the best they can?
Yeah, I agree. That's why Survivor Series is one of the big four.
I don't feel it
is. It's no argument there.
Just because a lot of my big thing is I love seeing championships on the line.
I like a change of pace. I think this is
I do.
It's a nice change from your average pay-per-view where there's always championship matches. Da, da, da. No, it's just it's a change of pace. I like the change of pace. I think it's the tradition of the Survivor Series. To me, it's always going to be in the big four unless Money in the Bank takes it over, which could happen. We'll see.
All right, that's Brandon Clements. You can find him at Twitter at Icebreaker21. Myself at KRockJared. I'm Jared Wicks. That's where you can find me on Twitter at KRockJared. And most importantly, follow the program at Heel to the Face. If you're listening on podcast, subscribe to us on wherever you are listening. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to us there. Until next week when we break down Survivor Series, maybe a little bit of TakeOver and the Raw and SmackDown to follow in Los Angeles. See you then.